Alrighty, welcome back. So in this video, we are going to go over adding professional experience and then a skills section to the resume. So first we'll start with professional experience. And again, this is the example from before. In your professional experience section, you can include professional experience that is directly related to nursing. As you can see here, this person was an activities coordinator, a part-time one for Belvedere. And this person worked previously as a career advisor at Salisbury University. So as you can see, these are two professional experiences. They were accumulated in two very different industries. So you can feel free to do that in your professional experience section. Or if you want, you could break out your professional experience section into two different sections. You could call one professional experience, you could call one healthcare experience. Or you could call one management experience and one professional experience. It really depends on you and your unique background and what pieces of that background you want to add to the resume. Just a reminder, every bullet point that you put on the resume to describe your professional experience should follow that action, verb, task, impact formula. And you should be trying your very best to align the bullet points with the job description. So using their language and identifying what skills your future employer is looking for and making sure that you're highlighting those skills in your bullet points. In each section, you want to make sure that you use 2 to 6 bullet points per section. And you want to make sure that you're adopting like a very consistent format. The example here actually is not a very consistent format. So this is actually kind of good to show you how this could be different. So as you see under Belvedere, the employer is italicized and the title that this person has is bolded. In the experience as the career advisor, the employer is bolded and the title is italicized. Both are correct. But they're not correct in the same resume. So you want to make sure that if you're italicizing your employer or the organization that you volunteered at or the organization where you had a leadership role, you do it throughout. Same thing, if you're bolding your title, make sure that you do that throughout as well. Placing dates all the way on the right-hand side, so making sure like the T and the 9 in this example line up with each other is a great way to make sure that you're using the page really well so that the page is easily scannable, and to make sure that both of those dates have like an end point, which will be the margin on your page. Potentially the last section on your resume is going to be your skills section. So the skills section is reserved for skills that we call hard skills, so nursing specific skills. This is not where you're going to write skills like attention to detail, strong team leader, great communication skills. As I've explained before, you're going to want those skills to come out in the way that you're describing your experience in the bullet points of each experience. So some examples of hard skills could be, the technology that you're familiar with using. So the patient documentation systems you're familiar with. It could be language. If you are fluent in another language, or if you're a beginner in another language, or if you have a working understanding of healthcare related terms in a different language, that's a great thing to add to the resume. I had a student once that was a physical therapist, and she knew the words to use to talk about her work in physical therapy in Spanish, but she couldn't like go to a restaurant and order something and have like a conversation outside of the healthcare space. So she indicated that on her resume. And that's helpful for an employer to know. If you have any special knowledge of any types of like nursing equipment that you've used, that could go in here as well. Also, if you have any certifications, maybe if you have 1 or 2, you could add a skills and certification section, and you could put your certifications in that section. If you remember way back from the video on education, that person put their certifications underneath of their education. That's fine as well. Just make sure that you don't have it in 2 places on the resume. It's redundant, and then it takes up space that you don't need to take up again. When listing certifications, you want to put the name of the certification, the name of the certifying organization, and the dates that you can put the date that you earned the certification, And if it's a current certification, you could put that it's present. If you have certifications that have expired and you're not currently in the process of renewing them, you shouldn't really put them on the resume at all. All right, that is a wrap for this video. The next video is going to be about sections that you could add to the resume, but you don't have to. They're nice to haves. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.